So, I think that you would probably be expecting to see Shido on screen right now, making some sort of apology.
Naturally.
I tricked you all. That's right.
Huh?
It's the strength episode. Rank 2 through 10, 23 minutes long. We're doing all of it, baby, because I apparently have... I expected something better, I guess. I don't... Like, look, okay, so here's the thing. These are like two weird tsundere girls that live inside of a magic prison inside my mind. Certainly it's not going to be the exact same template for each one of the other social links up to this point. And also you can do them all in like one day because you just got to create a specific persona with specific skill. There's no like I got to go and talk to them once a day for 3 weeks to get to rank 6 or something.
Yeah. We got it's not yandere or tsundere, it's one day Ray. 1 day social link.
One tsundere and then the other one's more like what's the one? Is it like Dere, like the sort of Ice Queen type of character?
That sounds familiar. Look, I don't know any of this stuff. I just was making a pun on 1 day.
All right.
Look, I know.
Since you looked at me, cocked your head to the side and said I'm angry.
Yesterday you forgiven me, but it'll soon be 1
5
day.
days.
So you say, I'm using 1 day, and then it wouldn't be 5 days before that.
It's bound.
1 week.
Yeah, it's bound.
1 week.
Okay, anyway. I got to admit, though, everything about this was just a bad idea, though.
So we're approaching the curse point, which is to say the last 3 times we've tried to record this episode. And so it wasn't a surprise. That was disingenuous for me.
No.
But
yeah, it's working. It's working. Somehow
yes.
I have alleviated the curse that Persona 5 has put on recording equipment that prevent us from going 2 minutes into this episode. I can hear you this time.
Yes, okay, great. And it happened 3 times in a row for no explicable reason. And
not at all. Mm-hmm. But it was weirdly consistent, though.
Yes.
Persona itself is trying to end its own series.
Yeah.
Like, it understands the pain that it's causing us, and it just wants us to stop.
It was a metaphor for the viewer's attention span.
You know, no, they tune out way earlier than that.
Or they stick around for the whole episode. I suppose, it's more like a 5 seconds or 20 minutes thing. Like, you're either here...
Yeah, but it's not really an even split between the audience.
Yeah, and it's like 1% of the audience actually sticks around to watch. Like, even this...
God, 1% would be one person.
Okay, so maybe a little bit more than that, yeah, so okay.
You underestimate just how disliked the series is.
I don't think I do. I imagine it's quite disliked, yes.
Anyway, they got the Le Grimoire. Somebody wrote it, and it has a bunch of list of Persona to make this entire plot. Like, it's such a weird premise that okay, so these characters have appeared in the valet type of characters have appeared in previous games and everything, and I guess that, yeah, they weren't particularly interesting back then either, but I don't know.
Also,
these are some weird valets.
What kind of benefit are you going to give us? Toys? You're 8.
They could be like 2,000 years old for all I know. They're magic ghosts that live in my head.
I suppose it's kind of a Morgana thing, but he's pretty useless. Morgana's pretty useless.
True. I mean, I guess that's how that just is. Anyway, now they have lockdown for me. I never used it. I'm probably not going to use it. I mean, look, we're allegedly supposed to be at the end of the game now, aren't we?
Well, we're pretty much done. It's just Shido, right? Like, we just gotta have him.
And that happens just 1 day from now, 12/19. Should be happening right about now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Per strength,
Purgatorium.
Purgatory, yeah, it's hard to think of that. Like, Purgatory Tensei? Does that work? I don't know.
Persona.
Yeah.
Persona sounds... I don't know. I don't like the mouthfeel of that word.
Ingmar Bergman's Persona. I don't know.
Yes, this is the Ingmar Bergman episode.
Yeah. Ingmar Bergman.
Well, that one's going to look weird on the title. No, come on. Certainly there's something better than that. It's just going to be Persona 5, The Strength.
Strength Mar purgatory persona. I don't know.
You got it. It took you a little bit to get there, but you got it. Congratulations.
Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah. Anyway,
Eva.
well, a bunch of other people have possessed the wild card prior to this. Well, okay, at least 2 other people. Both also just absolutely nothing but bland main characters.
Also,
maybe Goro.
I'm sure this is... So you know the lore of this entire series, so this must be fascinating for you. These conversations that they're having about the lore, right?
Just told you that they're very uninteresting. But, like...
I mean, you're the one person who
like
could
the
find this
implication here is that, somebody else wrote this. Though, like I said, there have been other valets, so maybe they're referring to some of the... It's not Morgana. What is her name? The one from Persona 4. Why can't I remember her name?
So
it's
wait,
like Morgana, but it's different.
To be
Or
clear-
Elizabeth from Persona 3.
So to be clear, you've played all the other Persona games and all the Shin Megami Tensei games. Is that right?
Oh god, no! There's many of them.
Oh, okay,
I haven't
okay.
actually played Persona 2. Persona 2 actually came in 2 games: Innocent Sin and Eternal Punishment. But I have played the first Persona game, and that really has nothing to do with these ones.
So okay, so this is not a very interesting conversation, even for somebody who's relatively familiar with the game. Like this isn't like.
And in some ways, I guess it's kind of to be expected because these characters are more or less, mandated to be in the games because of the past couple games. Even all the way back. I mean, I said that like Persona 1 doesn't really have too much to do with Persona 3, 4, 5, which you could kind of consider their own series. But Igor did in fact appear all the way back in that game. In a magic cell phone made out of bones that would tell him a sad story, so he would cry and combine your tarot cards together.
So
Yeah.
just a really unmotivated.
Well, okay, I do like
arc.
this.
Yeah, that is pretty funny. Those are my
But,
notes. Okay.
Yeah, so I guess that's I should have seen this coming. It's so easy to do this social link.
What do the letters on their hat mean? Like what
I
is
have
that?
no idea.
Okay.
Oyo MRN.
Okay.
So maybe it means something, but I have I do not know. By the way, the original Velvet Room back in Persona 1 was in fact like a lounge room, and the track that you're hearing, which is sort of like an aria type of operatic type of theme.
Is it the one that's
theme? Since you can't hear it,
that one?
that's the one.
That is a pretty good song.
Oh, it's a good song. It's been in each one of the Persona games, but back in Persona 1, it was actually being sang by a singer in the Velvet Room, so it made a little bit more sense there.
Okay.
Well, yeah, that's the basics. Igor is a servant of Philemon, which is like the persona of Carl Jung, basically.
Okay.
I mean, it's supposed to be his something, spirit animal or something. I mean, it might have actually explicitly been his persona. I don't remember. But he was a character that played a big part in the first 2 Persona games, not so much in the later Persona games.
Okay.
Presumably, he's still here. It's not like he's been written out of the lore, but just doesn't appear.
Yeah. So
He's not countering Nyarlathotep, the embodiment of evil.
now, are there any interesting? So you're not finding this saga very interesting, neither am I. But like, what is there anything interesting about the translation? Like that you found like just going through this? Any interesting words?
the characters basic. I mean, it's just like they're doing the whole thing with like kids doing much more precocious kids,
Yeah.
sort of deal. And they are like the tsundere and the other type of dere that I can't remember. That whole thing. But I mean, they've been doing that the entire game up to this point.
Is it King Dedede?
Yes.
Okay.
It's the King Dedede.
Yeah. King shit.
It's the sort of character that loves you but also wants to clobber that there Kirby. Well, anyway.
So what's your first task? Because we've been building to a first
anyone-
task.
I told you, it's just like, if you wanted to watch me do the entire thing where it's just like, okay, so I got to go pull this persona out of the list. I mean, since I have like 2 million yen, and the entire like cost is literally money to get them out of like the log list that you have. I just do that, and I'm like, okay, so I gotta go find the skill first off that I need to mix into the persona. All right, now I gotta figure out how to make the specific arcana that it is. Right, so I need like Hermit Arcana. This is Lover's Arcana. Can I combine it with? And I have like a persona of Faith, Death, Strength, Temperance, and Fool. If I combine any one of those, do any one of those turn into a Hermit? Oh, okay. It seems like Death plus Lovers will turn into Hermit. And then, okay, I just need to go get a lower level version of Hermit, because that will, basically splitting the difference between the. This is what you're missing out on.
Yeah. John Mayer voice. Death and lovers will soon become.
I don't think that's actually. That was a random example I pulled out of nowhere. I don't know what the. So I was just kind of like fumbling around until I figured it out.
Makes death and lovers to make daughters. I don't know. Whatever.
Because like I said, Arcana. If you have the same Arcana. And you mix them together, they basically will create a same Arcana of a lower level.
I get it.
So
it's
as long
boring.
as you can combine it a higher level, you can always get that.
It's boring D&D shit where you're like, oh, here's the god that
I found it actually pretty fun to do.
Yeah.
Because during that time, I was able to create a bunch of new persona with a bunch of like unique skills, as well as like some pretty powerful ones that have like virtually no weaknesses. But since I was making a bunch of like very powerful ones, I could also get stuff like innate drain ice or reflect physical and stuff like that.
No, I mean
it's the sort of stuff I like in a video game.
No, and at the risk of, this is my like 78th or maybe even like my 80th appearance on this series, at the risk of being hypocritical, nerd shit. It's nerd shit. It's total fucking nerd shit.
Says you, referencing John. I guess John Mayer is pretty mainstream. Damn it. For one time, we get a mainstream music reference, even though it's mainstream as of like 20 years ago.
I have contempt for that song. It's one of the worst songs ever written. The Daughter song. I don't know. It's kind of a separate thing. Like, if you ever like sat down and listened to it, it's just like...
Most thing I know about John Mayer is that he's got a big tattoo of a koi fish on his back.
Oh, okay. Because
I might be confusing that with the Yakuza series. Maybe it's not on his back, but he has a tattoo of a koi fish.
You gotta be good to your daughters. Daughters of mothers who soon become mothers, and daughters become lovers who soon become mothers. And so be good to your daughters.
That's some Persona 5 type of relationship.
Yeah. Wow.
No, it's actually not. They just do that. It's really just adult women and
the
teenagers.
mothers remain mothers.
Or actually just adults and teenagers. I suppose I shouldn't forget about Anne.
Yeah.
Or that one thing about like Sakura's customer questioning him about dating Futaba.
Yeah.
Which is pretty great. That was a good scene.
Yeah. There's
people just randomly grabbing Yoshizawa on the streets.
Virtually every relationship in this game involves either mothers or daughters. That is true.
True. Yeah. Almost every single one. Actually, I'm pretty sure like every single one.
That's a sad commentary on the game.
Well.
Anyway, this is boring nerd shit that, only somebody who's
we got to see Sakura, like, talking to one of his customers that he might have been in a relationship with, and she did not appear to be. That's it. That's all I got.
So.
That's, like, the one example.
I am so sick of these girls. Nothing is happening in this social thing.
Oh yeah, because if we were doing anything else, things would be happening.
It was so much better. Yeah, but it's like it's the single camera thing. It's so monotonous.
It's that thing that kind of feels like the nope time has passed since we started this episode.
I genuinely feel like a prisoner who's watching like my guards have some stupid arc in their friendship. I guess it's kind of interesting, but it's like
that's literally what's happening right now.
I guess it's one of those things where I would rather
This is the true Persona 5 POV.
Like I like storytelling. I like people. I've been watching a lot of like TV and stuff, and it's like, but I just don't want to be in prison anymore. I don't want this.
I'm sorry. It's just like this is the culmination of the entire series.
It really is. It's a series in
literally. Yeah, it's literally just watching the main character silently sit in prison and watch other people.
Yeah, other people. Who,
It's like
who apparently
this is
have,
it.
who apparently have interesting inner lives, but who are just kind of in this melodramatic, like, checkbox style relationship where they just.
At least it's not based around like one single person who's the bad person in their life.
I don't know. I think maybe one of these girls.
It's almost less interesting than that, though.
Yeah. No, it's just like one of them is the good girl who is Tsundere Rei, and then the other one is.
Oh, we really got like a lot of the episode left too.
we're almost done, right? We're just about done. And
yeah, just
please,
like we're just about done with the actual normal series too.
Andy.
We're just about done in this fucking jail cell.
We got 7 minutes left.
Yep. In
right.
heaven, if you will.
Yeah. In purgatory, actually, in the Persona purgatory. We have not established a good pun. We could probably spend the rest of the time just trying to figure.
All right, you know what? Whatever. We got 7 minutes.
The Perkster story.
Perkster story sounds like you're trying to make up a name, but you can't come up with anything really good, so you sort of say half of it under your breath.
That's exactly right. Purg story.
Purg story, I still think sounds like some sort of gross goblin creature that lives under a bridge.
Yeah. Okay.
It's me, Purgstory.
Personigatory. So we're kind of
Personigatory sounds like you're about to say it's the purging of Sonic. We're finally removing him from our lives.
Yeah. So how about Purgatory? I don't know. Purgatory Tensei.
Purgatory Tensei.
Purgatensei.
Purgatensei. That's hard to say.
That is.
I mean, I guess that's kind of the best one we got, but at the same time, we don't actually... in the Japanese version, it's never really been referred to as Megami Tensei. That's only a thing in the English version to try and tie it into the greater series. Same way that you would have, Saga games, or some of the Mana games be tied into Final Fantasy instead, just by name only.
Purgami Tensatori.
Purgami Tensatori. What's the tensatory strength of this piece of metal? Because everybody knows about tensile strength, right? Yeah, okay. We did. All right. Come. I think we should move away from the tensei.
Okay.
Megami Tensei.
Shinga Tensei. I don't know.
Okay. Purgatory is all coming up with.
Purgatory. That's what I said, and you said that.
That's what you said. I know.
Once
again, I'm just stealing stuff that you said, but saying it louder.
Are they? Are there other words for purgatory? Let's see. So, other words for purgatory.
Yeah. Give me something.
Tartarus.
Or like some sort of interminable abyss of time.
What is another name for purgatory? Looks like it's just other things. Purgation, place of the dead, penance, hereafter in hell, misery, torture, limbo, eternity.
Pensona? No. That sounds like it's a pensive sona.
Yeah, none of these really work, because purgatory is supposed to be a place between heaven and hell, right? Like, that's the canonical thing.
I think this is closer to that human village on the outside of the abandoned Hope all ye who enter here that's lit by human ingenuity.
See, I thought that was Limbo.
Wait, what's the name of that?
I thought that was just Limbo. Maybe I'm misremembering.
Limbo would probably also... I think that might be Limbo.
Limbo is where the unbaptized babies and people born before Jesus were in Dante's Inferno.
Which seems pretty unfair if you ask me, but I didn't make the rules.
Like Plato, I mean, I don't agree with everything Plato said, but I feel like he probably wouldn't go to hell. I don't know. Or even the outside of hell. I don't know.
Frankly, I don't really like hell as a whole concept. I just don't really think that it's important to punish people, just even if they are truly evildoers. For eternity, basically.
Yeah.
Not in general.
Yeah.
It's just eternity's a long time.
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel that's spiteful against any one single person.
Yeah, nobody's ever been that bad. Well, maybe, and even if they have, it's like it probably doesn't make sense to torture them for eternity. It's like just give them
As always, as we know, both Judas and the people who stabbed
Brutus. Yeah. No, people.
Yeah,
who
Brutus
stabbed
and
Julius
Cassius?
Caesar. Yeah. They're in the.
they're clearly the ones.
They're in the mouth of the ninth level of hell. They're in the like the mouth of a beast or something.
The mouth of Satan.
Yes.
You know, that there was a very clear agenda.
Yeah.
The second reference to the death of Caesar in the series, or whatever that's worth.
So
put it on your bingo card.
Okay, so we got about 2 minutes left.
Put it on your series wide bingo card.
And I think these are not going anywhere. This is not doing anything. It's just completely arbitrary. Like there's nothing happening in this saga.
Oh yeah, I mean, it seems like it's setting it up for some other like reveal or something that we're not getting here.
Yeah.
Right.
But it must
So,
be like
you know.
we're getting to the 10th social link, or you think
This is the 10th social link.
what?
It's fully voice acted. That's how you know.
Nothing's happened though.
Well, maybe it would be if we just paid. No, that's not even true.
If you
Look,
believe in me.
I saw the entire fucking thing. I'd tell you if something interesting was happening. So, this is Persona episode 103. I hope you wait. Persona.
Persona, I don't know.
Oh, come on. There's got to be something. It's Persona 5, the strength. That's it.
Pers Megami Tensona or Tensuke. I don't know.
Persona is not part of the Megami.
Okay. Persona.
It's like the Shin Megami Tensei is just the series is Megami Tensei. Shin Megami Tensei is just he's like the third entry in the series.
Sweet Caroline.
In the same way that there's Mario Brothers and Super Mario Brothers.
Sweet.
I guess people do refer to it as the Super Mario series, and they do also refer to Mario as Super Mario for some reason.
Justine and Caroline.
Yeah, their names are Caring and Just. I made this observation in like the first episode.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Get it? Yeah, it's funny.
Is it?
Reach out to the truth. I wake out. I hold out. I reach out to the truth. No, we're not actually close enough to the end of the episode. That's the battle theme from Persona 4.
Okay. And
It's a, by the way, you have to hear that in every single fucking battle you do in that game. It's one of those themes that's just like, at first you're like, oh, I guess this is okay, and then you're like, okay, I hate this more than anything else I've ever heard. And then by the end of the game, you really get into it.
Is there anything of that? Like, was this valuable on the game level? Like, was this worth doing?
Nope. I don't even know if I've ever used Strength Persona.